It's the selfie.
Yo. Is this microphone working? Do you hear me? Should I hear her? Oh, fuck it.
Say it again. Okay, I can hear you now. I don't hear you loud though.
Speak into your microphone.
Speak into your microphone. Okay, I can hear you now.
Oh, so you couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I'm like, damn, what's wrong with this thing?
Yeah, I need to meet that. You can hear me again now?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I don't like why I have an echo. Mhm. If I do this, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay. All right. Now I won't have the echo anymore. All right, everybody. I guess we should play a little bit something till we get some people up in here. And
All right.
I also,
I see you all sexed up. Go ahead, girl. Show me face.
well, a clue to our
You got a
topic
lollipop.
today.
You got a lollipop.
Mhm. So let's see. Let's get some sharing my screen first. Mm. Well, a clue to our topic today. Mm. So let's see. Let's get some sharing my screen first. Now we're going to go to this. Well, a clue to our topic today. All I have to do is search for it.
Just to let you know, I have like I want to say a 30-second time lag.
Okay. I think it's gonna be a,
Just to let you know, I have like I want to say a 30-second time lag.
gonna be a delay. That's fine. Um, I'm sorry, everybody. Our topic is how to spice it up, keep the how to keep the romance, and that's what the podcast topic is. And I want to welcome everyone and give your opinion. What do y'all think about how to keep the spice and the passion in your marriage or your long-term relationship?
Hey, my sis Tiffany Banks said role playing is her fave.
Yes, it's like I got this wig and this crown on, being a princess tonight. Oh, not Gmail. What did I do that for? I'm trying to go to YouTube.
I know for me and my husband, our favorite, we come up with these little sign languages to let each other know in a crowded house it's time to hit somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to do that, something that's just for you and that person. Um,
What you about to play?
so I'm trying to. I don't want them to, say that, they cut us off last time when I put something up there. I don't know if anybody has seen. Let's see what they
Oh,
said.
Tiffany acting up. Tiffany said, "Yes, honey. One day I'm a nurse, and the next, honey, she just gonna stop right there."
How about we do a little bit of controversy and put what
Me, I mean, I'm adventurous, so the bedroom is ordinary. I'm a Sagittarius, so we like green pasture. We like nature.
There's definitely an emotional element.
I don't think people could hear my screen. You couldn't hear it, right?
Did you connect it?
I just did. So I know I was asking if you could hear it. Because if you couldn't hear it, then they couldn't hear it.
Try it again.
Okay.
No.
Hello, this is Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court, and check out Madame Noir.
You just
No. Could you explain the blessing to me? Me too. I want to hear this one. I love to hear this one.
Well, put it like this, Your Honor. I may be this short man right here, but I'm well blessed, and I'd like to thank my mother and father for that one. And I lay in bed at night and I lay naked. And when I'm laying naked, I lay naked. I like to sleep naked.
He does.
I sleep butt bunky.
Okay, I hear
You
it.
don't know about my show. It's Divorce Court. It has couples on there. It has a lot of different kinds of couples on there. The show was originated in 1957. Most people don't know that. They used to reenact transcripts of real divorce trials. What we do instead is we bring couples in that are divorcing, and they have one particular item, something special like Fluffy the dog, that they want me to decide who's going to get, and I do that, and it is legally binding. We've also expanded the show a little bit. A lot of people were calling in and said, you know, we like Judge Lynn's advice, but we don't want to get a divorce. I just want you to tell my husband he's an idiot, or I want you to tell my wife, you know, quit talking. So we do these episodes now called Save Our Marriage, where I listen to the problems and I suggest what the resolution should be. I think my show has high ratings because it's the human condition. It's people always in relationships. People are always having difficulty with relationships. It's funny. It's humorous. It makes you happier with the man you have when you look at the ones that are on the show. I mean, it's just, and then you have resolution at the end. You have an outrageous situation, and then I bring it home from crazy at the end, and I think people like that. Without a doubt, the craziest episode that I remember is the one where the bride slept with the best man as opposed to the groom on the wedding night. People do contend that the people on divorce court aren't real. Sometimes they get one or two by us. We ask for marriage licenses. We try to confirm everything. We double check. We try to make sure that they've never been on any other show. Every once in a while, somebody that I will note, that's fake, it's not happening, and we don't air the show. If we can't make sure, and it seems that, you know, we usually go back and look at it, but we only want real couples, because the fake ones make it look stupid, and the real ones are more outrageous than the fake ones are ever. I do believe that people come to me for therapy. I really do. They're more interested in therapy than whatever they're fighting about. The thing is, I do feel qualified to give it, and I'll tell you why I feel qualified to give it. Number one, I've been married 25 years. With the same guy 27 years. So been there, done that, already made that mistake. I come from very married circumstances, and I research and study marriage, and I research and study people, and I think that I can often read people well. So if you can read people well, you can see what the problem is when they can't. And when you have that kind of perspective and you're able to address it, I really do think I can give helpful advice. I think the first piece of advice is never take holistic advice about marriage, because every marriage is as different as the two people that are in it. So that's the first thing you have to understand. The second thing I would emphasize is learn, understand, and get next to the 5 things that you don't like about that person. I mean, because there's something wrong with all of us. And you got to ask yourself, can I live with that long term? Because it's not going to change. It may improve a little bit, but you got to be able to live with it. And if you can't live with it, then maybe you can't live with that person. I think there are a number of things that people should talk about that they don't before they're married. One of them is money. And don't just talk about how much you have. Talk about your debt, how much you're intending to make, where your career is going, how you manage money, what's your emotional relationship to money. My husband likes to spend money to enjoy it. I like to save money to keep it safe. So we were fighting over the same dollars, but we could never come to resolution because we didn't understand our emotional relationship to money. I would encourage everybody to do that before they got married, and also debrief your family history. You got to know if your mom was a yeller, or if you guys never showed affection. You default to what you know when you get into a highly emotional situation. So you have to understand what your norm was and how you want it to be different, or explain it to your spouse so you don't default to something you never intended to do.
Daily Harvest. You make eating veggie.
All right. So our topic: how do you keep the romance in a relationship or in marriage? But I want to start by promoting the Black businesses, including ourselves, on Instagram. And if you want your Black business promoted, just let us know. Healthy tips on Instagram. That's for the month of this March. Try to spend your money with some Black people. Dwayne Rostars started a clothing company. And also Eloquently Spoken has a women's meeting every month, and you just missed Banging Fire one in March 17th. So look for one up in April. So those are the 3 businesses I wanted to promote. And I wanted to introduce our first guest, unless Shalita, you have something you want to say about the topic? But...
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, introduce. Are they gonna come on?
Yeah, they ain't no waiting.
Oh, okay. Who was that, Jay?
Let me stop sharing. Let's see. Where are you? They in the waiting room. So let's admit now. Their audio is connected. This is a couple that we had on our first guest couple that we had, Stephanie and Jay. Okay, you're muted.
Good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Should I put my video on or no?
You can if you want to.
You can.
It's up to you.
Represent for the brothers. Let's go.
All right.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
I'm sorry for the lighting, but I'm in the
being
back cave
available.
right now, so my apologies if you guys can't see me well enough.
Oh, we can see you.
We see you.
Where's Stephanie at? She's not there today.
She's unavailable right now. She's in she's on her way back from Hagerstown.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
housewarming. So
Okay.
a little bit late, and plus there was a tornado watch and stuff like that. So
It was?
yeah, there was a tornado watch up there.
Whoa.
Just me. I apologize, but it's just me.
No. I mean, that's fine. It was just you, because we still have both of y'all on the podcast that we're going to listen to. Still have both your voices. Okay. And so it's okay. It's all right. I hope she keeps safe where she's at. And
yeah, she'll be texting me soon.
Okay. So you remember the topic of your episode before we begin?
I remember it was couples.
How to keep it spicy. I remember that conversation.
Oh yeah, how to keep it spicy. Yeah. Okay.
You remember? Okay.
I remember now.
So I wanted to ask you a question. How was that your first experience on a podcast?
Yes, that was my first experience on a podcast.
Mm-hmm. So how did it go? Did it meet your expectations? Did you have fun? Tell us a little bit about your experience.
I think I had a little bit too much fun, because I got a little bit off my chest, and I got the evil eye a couple times, but everything was smooth.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I would like
to ask a question.
Oh, okay.
I remember this conversation.
Yes. Go right.
Have things improved? We won't go into details, but I remember what you were saying. Has it improved?
It has improved. The reason being, wait a minute. The disclaimer. Any of your mothers on this right now? Because I remember last time you guys gave me.
Just remember the evil eye for you.
Yeah, remember that.
Okay. Well, let's just say it has improved because my daughter and my son, they have the hybrid program. So my son goes to daycare and my daughter goes to school on Thursdays and Fridays. So I put my foot down and I was just like, hey, we might. Well, I mean, come on now. And she's complied.
Okay.
So let's just say, once every TMI 2 weeks.
Hey,
Well,
it's
that's
better
better than
nothing.
before, right?
Yeah, it's better than
But I'm
nothing.
quite
And
sure it's a banging one once in
I'm
to be
sure it's a lot
announced.
of people in their boots, including myself.
For real.
All right, so I'm gonna share my screen and start playing and then we'll probably stop in between maybe once to ask questions, or if you want to say something about what you just heard, just let me know.
All right.
Okay. Oh, got to share my sound. Could y'all hear it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Three Married Ladies Opinions podcast. I'm Each One Teach One.
I'm Nika Knight.
I'm a selfie on a mic.
And today we're going to talk about how do you maintain the intimacy in your marriage? And is intimacy important, maintaining that romance? So we thought it was important to kind of discuss this, especially with the pandemic going on right now. How are you and your partner maintaining or keeping that romance going? How are you keeping the intimacy going? So we have a guest named Tony, or Jay, and his wife as our guest, and we just wanted to get some other perspectives. So, how you doing today, Tony? Nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me and my wife Stephanie as guests. Hopefully I will keep you guys entertained. While you guys were doing the presentation, I just got pinched, so I'm going to let my wife start this off about the intimacy. So Stephanie, you have the floor.
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Stephanie.
As you know, it's always a riot to hang out with this dude. So, what's up? you always got one that's funny, and you always got one that's not. So,
Well, yeah, I'm glad to get y'all opinion. I'm glad y'all agreed to do this. This is gonna be fun. So, what do you think, Stephanie? How you do it?
Well, I mean, first of all, we have some outside factors that kind of affect our intimacy right now. One is 6 and one is 1.
Oh, wow.
So it's definitely not easy trying to find those moments when they're always in our faces. Oh, here he comes.
Well, I'd like to say that's her version because I feel as though that, as we get older, 20 minutes can be 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if we can find time can be there.
I feel so good right now listening to you and your wife, Stephanie. Go ahead.
Speak on it.
Anyway, so he always has to add his own version to stories and stuff. But anyway, we are also up in age. We had our kids a little late in life. So we don't have the same energy as maybe someone who had their kid at 25.
Yes.
I'd like to disagree on that because age is nothing but a number. That is her version, and this is my version. You get my father. He was 60 years old. He was still going at it. He had, may he rest in peace. He was still going at it. So personally, I feel as though that age is nothing but a number. Okay, I'm passing the mic back to my wife.
I'm loving
it. Let's leave the male perspective out for a second. Let's think about us as mothers. Okay. So we do know that 90% of the time the kids come to us, and the kids, we are with the kids, and it's a lot of attention on us from the kids. So, it's like he may have, 2 minutes of his time to spare.
You know what? 22 minutes, all right? Let's get straight, all right?
It's definitely. I will say though, in the pandemic, it has been a little bit easier to find time because we're both home. But with working, it was, it's a little difficult. Oh, here he comes.
All right, here's the real deal. My wife is trying to get her Nicole Murphy on, so she's been working out a lot. All right. And in working out a lot, she has had more endurance. She's been doing a lot of planks. She's been doing a lot of squats. In a way, it has made my life for the time of intimacy worthwhile.
All right now.
You said plank and squat. So how do you romanticize that? So she's working out, working up the sweat, and you watching, and let's say the kids napping. Maybe that's a good time to put them in bed. So she can do the plank and the squats in a different way.
Well, to be honest, my wife loves her sleep. So when the kids are asleep, that's when she falls asleep.
Yeah. I get it.
I definitely agree.
I get it. I totally get it.
Yes. So when her eyes are closed, she still sleeps with one eye open, because when my hands, men have their mind and their hands have different minds. So the thing is that she's learned that she'll stay up later and let me fall asleep first and then come to sleep in bed. That's her tactic, because if I'm up, she's not coming upstairs.
Defending this, I mean, I do that a lot too, but sometimes.
I'm sorry. Hey, everybody.
I can still hear.
Okay. So I wanted to stop because I wanted to ask a question. I seen something was talking. So Tony, tell us about what y'all was talking about in that little clip with the kids and stuff. Are y'all doing something different?
Oh no, it's the same game plan. Right now, it's like chess. When she makes the move, I move after. So
all right.
It's whenever she's down for the cause. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Has your communication gotten better into, from what y'all was talking about there? It seems like y'all did communicate well. And so after this show, did it kind of help a little bit? Like, you know what, maybe we should start focusing.
Man, I wish she was here to respond, but
oh, okay.
Communication, I mean, to tell you the truth, nothing's really changed. I mean, it's more like, hey, the kids are upstairs or the kids are downstairs. You want to get it in, and it's like, no problem. Let's do it as quick as we can. So nothing has really changed. It's just a matter of me putting my foot down and saying, okay, what? Kids are not here. We got enough time. Basically, I'm sorry?
Do you know when the kids will go away playing times throughout the day. So did you ever think, let me plan something, because I know the kids going to be away from this time to this time, and make it a little, like we was talking about in the show, we were saying sometimes women need to get ready all day or have something planned, something.
Well, see, the thing is with us, we live out in Frederick. And basically, the way our kids are, we call them Chris Brown. You know what Chris Brown is, right? The CB. That's our way to be like, here come Chris Brown, man. Ain't nothing. So we got to get it in when we can get it in. So
yeah, that's true.
There's really no time to romanticize, because we don't have people. We don't have that village to take the kids. The kids are older than us. So it's whatever small time, the time that we do have is when we can get it in.
Yeah.
In mind.
No, I mean, that's okay. Say getting it in. I mean, we being too vulgar. That's fine.
Well, let me just clarify. We don't get it in all the time because, she's the one that call the shots. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, like a little puppy, no problem.
So, wait for your treat.
Yeah, I'm well trained to tell you the truth. I'm well trained.
Well, that's good. That's good for Miss Stephanie. All right. Shalita, you had anything you want to say? I mean, Mr. Selfie, I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
We live. They know my name.
I'm gonna keep playing.
We're the ones cleaning up after everybody at night when everybody sleeps, so that's why y'all get to fall asleep first. I don't know if that's true for you, Stephanie. So, what do you think, Steph?
She's trying to get the phone for me now. Okay, all right, here.
So you guys are right. When everybody's asleep, that's when we get to have our downtime. So I'm a teacher, so that's when I'm grading my papers. That's when I'm trying to get work done. So he's asleep. So, I finally will roll into bed like midnight or whatever. That's when he want to be like all touchy-feely and stuff. And I'm just ready to go to bed. So.
That's every night. It is every night, even on weekends. It's like, you know what? Don't touch me. Power to the women's suffrage movement, the whole 9, y'all. It's always
that. Don't touch me at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Don't touch her at 2 o'clock in the morning. Don't touch her at 5 o'clock in the morning. Don't touch her at 10:30 at night.
Fall asleep. When you fall asleep, it's just like, oh my gosh, she's so much at peace. And I'm talking about myself now, but then when that hand comes, it's like, no, because I only have 30 more minutes to sleep. Don't touch me.
Listen, as a teacher, I have to defend you guys because I have been absolutely exhausted since I've been in virtual learning. I mean, seriously.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna say my piece on this. So, see, now you guys got me over. See, this is the deal. We talk a lot about things, and she would tell me. One time, she would say to me, "You know what? All right, 2:30 in the morning." So I was like, 2:30 in the morning? All right, cool, no problem. So me, I'm a type of person, I see things in black and white. I rarely see things in the gray area. So 2:30 in the morning, I'm like, hey, what's up? Man, every single time. She's like, man, I just said it so you could just leave me alone. I said, you can't tell me 2:30 in the morning. And I set I set Siri, I set up Alexa, I set up Google. 2:30.
Can y'all give one suggestion as far as how do you try to keep the romance? Like, what do you think another suggestion should be? Like, what do you do besides set a time?
Get off the phone, man. Get off of the phone. She's asking me.
Instead of talking about the negative a little bit, let's kind of bring it back to the positive of the things that you can do.
All right, so I will sometimes go to him and give him a hug, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm a hugger. I like to hug. And he gives me a hug. But then, he'll go and hug, and then instead of, just taking it as a cute, intimate moment, he'll want to go grab booty or start,
Yo, she's doing squats.
Start finger tapping. And I'm like, dude, I just wanted a hug, And he's just trying to turn it from a hug to, Pornhub. And I'm like, come on.
Yo, the kids are watching TV. We could go to the basement. You know what I'm saying? She could hug me down there. The time that she wants to hug is when the kids are around. And so I'm just like, okay, I feel as though that there should be a grace period of a hug. Because if I'm hugging you for more than 10, 15 seconds, I mean, you guys watch The Hulk, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't want David Banner turning into the Hulk. That's it. Is that good enough?
Oh, frustration. Okay. Yeah. We got
so, you can't be hugging me for 10, 20, 30 seconds. David Banner's slowly going to turn into the Hulk.
Right.
So it's just just don't let him turn to the Hulk. That's all.
Well, you know my husband is visual, so for him, I asked him, I said, okay, what would you suggest? He's like, well, he said it in a funny way, but I know he meant it. You got a big butt, so just walk around in the thong all day. All day in the house. But what we tend to do is, aside from sexual intimacy, just maintaining just like regular intimacy is we watch TV. Like late, especially since the pandemic hit, like we gonna find something that's like interesting that we into, and we gonna get on the couch, we gonna cut. That's one thing that we definitely do.
Okay.
And that keeps the romance, because I'm like, okay, I know at 8 o'clock we're gonna watch this film, and even though it's gonna be like all our attention gonna be on there, his arm gonna be around me, my head gonna be on him, you know what I mean? So you still get that connection, you know, especially if you've been working all day and you just want to wind down. That's the way that we kind of just do it. And before the pandemic, we used to just do a date night. We always set aside like, okay, we have to have a date night. Like so we could get out of the house. You know, sometimes we would just go stay at a hotel, even if it was just like, just to get away. Just so that we can be in a different surrounding. And I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I put on a little costume just to keep it going. You know, because when you've been married for 19 years, you've been together for like 25, you get to experience a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you know? I gotta remix with some kind of way.
You gotta try to keep it fresh, you know.
You gotta keep it fresh. I done visited and stuff in the back room, in the back area of Spencer's. Like, okay, what did I pick up today? Surprise them, you know. Like, oh, that's cute. And so I get what Tony was saying about the frustration, because I know there's sometimes I just do want to hug, like, because especially if I've been planning all day and I've been grading and trying to keep up with grading, and I just want him to hug her. There you go. I know her. I know what she needs. That hand travels down the back right to the booty. So I get that. But I think that's his way of being a hug. That's his idea of hug. So I just go with it, you know, and then I'm like, okay, gotta go through the finish working. So, but I have had to tell my job, look, I gotta cut out what I'm doing, because I'm neglecting home.
Can I say something real quick? You know what that is, the hug thing? It's simple attraction. If men don't get excited when they get a hug or something and they keep on going, the woman gonna think something wrong. Ain't no attraction there. So every time she either come to hug me, I do the same thing the guy said. I'm cooking her back to the bedroom. I get excited. I mean, if you don't want me to get excited, don't hug me. That's how I look at it. Don't hug me, because you already know what is going to happen.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, I'm Jake. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming aboard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Jay, as you can hear, my husband had your back.
Thank you, sir. I much appreciate that. So sometimes I feel as though that I go solo when I express myself.
So, okay. I like that that y'all felt the same way. I was trying to figure out like what other things do we do that may trigger y'all, that maybe we just trying to get some affection, but it's gonna trigger y'all besides hugs. Is there anything else you can think of?
Well, once again, you know, with the kids, you know, it is tough, because if I was to do a romantic dinner, the kids are gonna step in regardless. Like I said, we don't have that village. Me and the wife, we have not gone out on date night since our anniversary, and that was back in July. You know, we invest so many times and so much time, you know, in the kids. You know, sometimes, you know, we tend to forget, and it's like, once again, like a wrestling match. Like, hey, yo, you know, what's up? We get in, and then that's that. You know, and I guess because we got into our ways and comfortable, you know, that the whole you know thing, you know, the dining out and stuff like that. I mean, it's possible, but yet it's much harder, you know, living out here in Frederick. Hands down. You know, and like I said, we've gotten accustomed in our ways where it's just like a tap tap, and next thing You know, it's like, okay,
When you got little kids, yes.
You got little kids, or sometimes it's like this. Are they coming down? Okay.
You just hoping and praying that somebody don't just bust up in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, these kids are getting
by.
These kids are getting stronger now. Where, you know, we tend to put the door stool, you know, pull the door, and they're opening up the door, and it's just like, come on, we're blocking night tables. Oh man. But you know,
I know when my parents, I used to peek up under the door every time their door was closed. Like, yeah.
Well, you know,
kids is lousy.
We put the towels at the bottom too, you know, just in case. You know,
we got each one teach one joining us, y'all. Say hello.
Good evening.
Hey, Teeth. Each one teach one. Yeah.
I think is your mic on?
Check your mic.
Mic check.
While she getting her mic on. I don't know. I don't want people to seem like it's doomed if you have kids, but it's kind of like that's that stage.
You know what?
Yeah.
it only sounds like that when other people say it, because although, you know, we seldom talk about the intimacy part, because we, like I said, if we had that village, means we'd be going. So we've adjusted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, we do the little hugging and stuff like that. And you know, I saw, I'm not sure if it was the previous video where you guys were talking about role playing.
The last one was because it was about the pandemic and stuff like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, me, I can role play. You know, you know, we need some work on that. You know what I mean? But eventually, you know, she'll get into the hang of it. But once again, you know, we got the kids.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't have that village.
Once they grow up, it'll be a little bit better. Once they're able to tend for themselves a little bit, it'll be a little bit better. But you need to be with somebody who understands that that's why we're in this space right now. And it's going to get better. It's not, oh man, it's done, it's over with because you can't give me none on the regular right now.
But I don't know. We have some people up in the comments. Wait.
What they saying?
They're going off. Okay. So we have Robin, Brian. Kids help you to be more creative.
Hell yeah. That's true. You gotta be more creative.
D. Ellis is saying nude is a good color. Women don't need to realize that and understand that.
Oh
so
yeah,
because you put the lingerie on.
Well, at my
you don't
age,
have, like you said, you have children. You don't have time to do everything. So
exactly.
nude is a very good color.
Just come out the shower and go.
Tiff says my husband and I started hiring a nanny for our children if we need that time.
Yeah. If you got that money, do that, girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't have that yet.
Hiring a nanny.
I got daycare.
It's hard to find somebody that you trust when you're not in a state where your family is.
That is.
So is even though some people have found people that they trust, and that's good, but just don't give up though. Like keep trying and finding somebody that y'all trust, maybe to do it, or maybe somebody that somebody recommends. Go to another. Yeah.
The closest relatives that we have, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Urbana. It's like a 25-minute drive. And you know, for me, I'm the type of person, I don't want other people to watch my kids.
Yeah.
Because then you got the thing, you know, like if you get into a disagreement, then they throw that in your face. You know, and I don't like people throwing things in my face. You understand what I'm saying? So I try not to ask people, you know, for favors to watch.
Each one. I'm trying to rename
you on mute. I think she's still setting up.
And plus another thing too, you know. I used to watch a lot of Lifetime, and you know that Lifetime show. Whew, man, it got me paranoid. I'm gonna just let you guys know. I'm like, man.
And that's
oh my goodness.
That's lady's favorite channel.
That's I mean, because we had y'all on the show, I guess my situation is similar to yours, so I could feel the pain that y'all going through because I have little kids. But I know each one and Mr. Selfie have different stories or whatever. But they're gonna talk about it a little bit, and they did talk about some a little bit already. So let's say hi to each one, teach one. She in the house.
Hello. Hi everyone.
Hey. You remember Tony?
Yes. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. So we just listening to it, and then we're stopping it and then talking about a little bit. But did you want to ask them a question, each one? Okay.
No, not right now.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to sharing y'all, and then finish playing it. Here we go. Let's get back to it.
No problem. I ain't gonna stay long, but I heard what you said, and I gotta go with you on that. Anytime Shalita hug me, man, she knows. So I think sometimes she avoid hugging me because she already knows. I don't care if you come in the house, you want to hug, you're gonna have to wake up a little bit because this will get ready to happen.
But I understand what Stephanie is saying, and sometimes it's not that we don't want the sex part. It's just that sometimes we just been so busy throughout the day. We want y'all to just caress us, like get us, warm me up. Get me out.
That's the wrong choice of words. Warm me up is the wrong choice of words.
Wait. Like, no, it's not. Warm me up. Get me out of the mindset of mommy. Let me come out of the mindset of, the maid cleaning up, cooking and everything. Instead of squeezing my butt, going straight to sex, caress my back, squeeze my arm, pull me in close, kiss on me. That way I start getting into that mindset to give you the wop. Because less than that, I'm just gonna bend over and you gonna catch mommy, you gonna catch the cooker, you gonna catch the cleaner, but you ain't gonna catch that sweetness. So yes, you still gotta hug me, caress me, all that.
Preach. I'm with it. I'm all that.
Well, there should be a grace period. Well, here's my thing. I guess that there should be some communication where there should be a grace period of the hug, because if it goes over that threshold, then you know what's gonna pop off. I have no problem giving hugs, but the amount of duration of the hug, David Banner is gonna turn into the Hulk, and as you can see, it takes time for the Hulk to get back to David Banner. So
but see, the hug represents, like, when you hug. Now I don't know how Stephanie feels. I'm just saying for myself. When my husband hugs me, I go back to daddy's little girl. It's like safety.
It's security.
Security. Once you get a woman feeling secured and safe, boy, them squats and planks gonna turn to something else.
Well, I don't know. We an anomaly, to tell you the truth.
Young children too. So it's different. It's different when you let young children run around. Like it's easier for me and my husband, I know, because we don't have children in the house. So it's just me and him. But when you have children and you gotta kind of like carve out time, like that could be difficult. I can see how that could be difficult.
Yeah, I had my children early, so right now they're young adults. But even, they're gonna have to hear us move out. That's the only choice they have right now.
So for me, you just gotta get it when I like am ready. So if I'm working out and I'm sweaty and I'm like, let's just do this, you just gotta take it. He's like that. Like, he'll do it when I'm ready, but he wants me to do it when he's ready. But and he's ready like 99.999% of the time.
Yeah, mine is too. You heard him.
I'm always ready on go.
But the good thing about it, Stephanie, is that they still attracted. So the good thing about it is that when he hugs you, you get that instant erection. That's the good thing about it. Because some mommies and some wives ain't getting that.
Yeah.
I know that we got probably
so
like
attraction, that things and everything is still there. So that's good.
Yeah. This is neat, and we got about like 3 minutes left of this episode. So I wanted to give a little bit of opinion because I kind of got children that are young and I'm older, 46 to be exact, and my husband is 49. So it's kind of like a combination of everything of what Tony and Stephanie said happens. So trying to keep it romance, I could say in my opinion, is you just gotta get it when it comes open. You got little kids, that's not gonna be no regular habit. You have to make those moments, and you have to make it count, and it's gonna have to be that's not gonna be no every on the regular like you want it, because if she's a teacher and have little kids, that's something that you would have to me, cultivate throughout the day. If you want us to be ready by the end of the day, you have to do little things for us in our mind sometimes. This is how I work. Not everybody. This is just how I work. In my mind, you have to brush by me, smack me on the ass. You can come behind me and smell my neck, kiss me on my neck, and then go about your business. You gotta like do little things throughout the day. So then by the time the end of the night comes, then I might be in that mood. But that's just me, as my opinion. You have to get in my head first.
Hold on. Let me write to the end of the night.
So you crazy. So
that sounds like a plan to me too.
So you need to like women is more emotional. Well, I can't say in general. I would say some, but not all. And somebody else I know uses that term of some, but not all. And it's basically, I'm saying my opinion, not everybody. But women in general are more emotional, and just like Mrs. Selfie said, wanting to feel that safe and security. But in order to get their mind in the state that you want it to, you're going to have to do little things to get us there. It has to be stuff throughout the day. You can't just, I've been working all day, kids all day, whatever, and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to turn into this. No, that's not going to happen. Especially if you got a lot of things going on. So I wanted to give each one time to wrap it up and just give my opinion that you just need to do things throughout the day. And like each one said before, set times and days or to date to do things outside of the children. Ask somebody to come over for one night and watch them and go to a hotel or something like that, or put the kids to bed early and go to a spot somewhere in the house where you know they can't hear you and you can make all the noise you want once a month or whatever. I don't know, just once every 2 weeks. I don't know. Mine is kind of spread few and far in between because I not only work 3 jobs, I go to school. So my time is really short. So once a month is probably like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm telling the business. It's about once a month that happens with us. And that's something that we got to plan. It's like we got to be like, okay, on that day. And then if it messes up, then we plan for another day. But that's what's going on right now. But that is still keeping us afloat right now. I don't know if we got to change it because nothing is perfect. But you just got to mess with her throughout the day. And I'm going to pass it over to each one, teach one.
Yes, so we want to thank you, Stephanie and Tony, for joining us today. Thank you for joining us and sharing with us your opinions on this topic. I just think it's wise to keep in mind that every marriage is different And what works in one house may not work in another person's house. And so communication is definitely key. Like, you really have to know your mate. What things set them off, what things will get them in the mood, what things do they like, you know? And sometimes it's just a sacrifice. Like, sometimes, in my opinion, you do have to go with it. And it may not be like a long, drawn out session. It may be a very quick session, but it's just very important to keep that connection going and change things up. Like we talked about the date nights. I think that's a good idea for any couple, because women in general, like you said, some, not all, like to feel like they're still being dated, you know, like to feel like you didn't just catch me and now, you know, we just married, you know. We still like to feel like women, and men still like to feel like men. So it's up to us as wives too to look to those needs too. So it's not just on looking at a woman's need. You do need to look at your husband's need, because they are very visual creatures, as we know. Not all, but some or most are very visual. So you gotta really look at that. But I think communication is the key. I think that's the most important thing. And not just communicating, but hearing what the other partner is saying. Not just to respond to them, not just listening to respond, but listening to really hear what they're saying. Because if you lose intimacy, it can devastate your marriage. And we all about building marriages here. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. So that is our wrap up for this episode. Please tune in again for the next episode. I guarantee you want to miss it. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming. Peace.
Yes. Got some good stuff going on in the comments.
So
Mr. Cornelius he's saying, you know, stand behind her, let her feel it.
Instead of the hug, stand behind her.
I guess hug her from behind.
Oh, you on mute.
He said, he was like, same person was like, call and flirt, talk sex, and big sex, sexy talk.
Yeah, we do all of that. We do.
Make videos. That's my favorite. Videos.
Well, say that again.
Make videos, she said.
Oh no, you can't. No videos, because you never know if you're gonna lose your phone. I don't know if I'm gonna run for office 10 years from now. I don't need anything hunting me down.
Just delete it.
No. Unless it's done from the neck down.
Neck down. I gotta say neck down.
Yeah.
Neck down.
Neck down.
Oh, okay.
Not that I've done it before.
Each one is saying neck down, everybody.
Same with pictures. Neck down. Neck down.
No face in there.
No face.
You never know when you're gonna run for Congress.
You don't ever know who's gonna get your phone. You give your mom to borrow your phone. You're like, what is this?
That is true. That is true.
My husband lost his phone.
Oh Jesus, what was on there, y'all?
Good thing I'm not running for nothing.
I told you, neck down.
Yep, neck down.
I'm never running for Congress or any type of
in the chat room. Someone's gonna post something to the group like, "Is this you?"
All I'm gonna say is, thank God we didn't have smartphones prior to 2007.
Oh man, we still had cameras though. They still had little pictures, and then you send it off to be developed.
You hope they are
the held hand cameras.
You hope they're lost.
Oh, in the phone, the one in the phone. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
When he's talking about, oh, I lost my phone, I was mad as I don't know what.
Somebody making money off you.
The neck down pictures.
You better hope you better hope that there's no Russians hacking into that phone.
That's right. Like, hold on. No, just from this down. You know who it is. You don't need to see my face.
I know, right? So, Tony, we've been telling you what you could do, or can you do something better to make her get in the mood? But what can women do? Since we got a man's opinion right here, what can women do to make it spicy and help get some?
To be honest, walk around in your thong, give us the green light, because like one of you ladies said that we're all visual. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
That.
If you're gonna give us the notion that you ready, walk around in your thong, like for me and my wife, anytime she looks at me, I'll always say to her, "Yo, you ready?" She's like, "I'm just looking at you." I was like, "No, you looking at me that way, like, nope, that's that look." She's like, "No, Jay." I'm like, "That is," or better yet, if I'm laying in bed and she brings my son upstairs, she as soon as she takes off her clothes, I'm like, "That was that look." He's asleep. And she's like, "No, I just want to go to sleep." It's like, it's to the point where I have video and audio footage, 2:30 in the morning. When I'm like, all right, I'm like, "Look, watch this. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone." and I'm like, "You said 2:30." And the second she goes, "Me too," because she'll start talking about Me Too movement because she wants to get her sleep. That's when my hand comes off. As soon as she say "Me too," okay,
you're like, okay.
Hey. So I know the cues. I literally know the cues because lefty and righty, they got a mind of their own. After she comes upstairs, and it's like, all right, cool. I mean, God forbid, we ever go to court. So I'm like, "Your Honor, I got audio footage, man. She's."
Oh, come on.
I'm just kidding.
You ain't gonna do that.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You better be kidding.
We do. The thing is, we do have an understanding, and like I can't remember who said it. Ms. Campbell. Every household is different. You know what I'm saying? What's working for us might not work for the people out there or the audience. But yet, we have this understanding, and I know when we do have our time, we gonna make the best of it. We are gonna make the best of it. But every household is different. Like right now, after we get off, whenever she comes, I don't know if she's here yet because I don't hear anybody upstairs. But if they're knocked out, I'm gonna turn on Barry White, to see what's going on, and she's gonna say to me, "Well, I'm tired," and I'll be like, "Nope, you got spring break, so you can stay up a little bit longer." I'll be keeping tabs, so I don't want to hear nothing. Nope.
Did you look at the calendar to see when spring break was? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. A few years ago, she has this calendar where we put the chores and what we're supposed to do for that month. So we got into a serious conversation, and what she ended up doing, she ended up putting all the X's on the month that we were intimate. So I'm just like, one, okay. I'm like, oh, all right. So the next morning, I ended up putting X's. She's like, "What are the X's for?" I was like, "Oh, that's the whole month. You ain't give me nothing." You know what I'm saying? So she got upset at me. I'm like, "How could you get upset at me when you putting O's, on 2 days out of the month, and I decided to put the X's?" You know what I'm saying? You getting it. So she didn't really get upset, but yet that's the type of relationship that we have. If you're gonna put the X's, you damn well know I'm putting the O's. Just to let you know. Okay, we playing tic-tac-toe, and you know who's gonna win. I'm gonna end up winning because I got a lot of O's.
Oh my goodness.
And I made sure I took a screenshot because I know years from now we can talk about it, you know, and I'll be like, oh no, I got it in Google Cloud. You remember this? No, that's the way it is. So, like I said, every household is different. And earlier today, when she told me that she was gonna make it, she was coming in late. She was like, please don't embarrass me. I was like, look, I'm not gonna embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, because I might not get the elbows down, but if once she watched the video later, if I said anything out of place, yo, my ribs is gonna be sore by tomorrow morning.
You said anything.
So you know, I'm literally watching what I'm saying.
Yes.
You know.
Like I told you in the beginning, remember the evil eye.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, I know. Trust me. I learned from the first, you know, session that we had, you know, where I was getting that eye left and right, and I was just like, okay, maybe I might not say this. You know, I gotta think before I speak, because sometimes I don't have a filter, and I can just go on, and you know, next thing you know, you see me jump like this. I'm like, so yeah, like I was saying. So, you know.
Yes. Anybody want to say something? Oh, okay. So I know we like a 30-second thing behind. Well, I'm glad that you liked the experience of being on the podcast. I'm gonna let y'all know. You know, he said it was a fun experience. So anybody wants to be a guest, just hit us up. Hit us up in the DMs on Instagram. You can hit us up on his Facebook podcast page.
Yeah, you know, just let me know what the topics are. You know, I have no problem, none whatsoever.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
You know, on the podcast, and then tonight, everybody, thanks for joining us. But I wanted to promote again some Black businesses. Tony, if you know of any Black businesses that you would want to promote, or for yourself.
I can't remember the names, but I can always forward you the information. I have a few friends of mine, you know.
I'll put it in the
Yeah,
chat.
that's what I'm gonna do too, Yanni. I'm gonna forward you the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll forward it to you. I have a couple of friends that are, you know, up and coming.
Okay, yeah. So because we want to promote other Black people and try to support each other, Black unity, Black marriage, you know, staying together. But
John Cornelius said he would like to be on.
Oh, Cornelius. Send us a
Yeah.
message.
Okay.
Send us a message.
Message us. Your contact info.
Send us a message on Facebook and Messenger Facebook, and we'll contact you, okay? Thank you. But I also wanted to do the ones that we're doing for this month. Dwayne, Tony, Dwayne from high school.
Dwayne.
Yes, little Dwayne that I said little Dwayne. He's an artist, but now he got his own fashion clothing line going on right here. Called Raw Stars. See that
name
nice
sounds
sweater
familiar,
right there.
Think he owed me $3.
Remember Dwayne? So it's called Raw Stars, and that's one of them. That's another one. So if you think you like how it looks and into that, go ahead and buy it.
I'm gonna check it out. It's on your page, right?
Check out the site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll check it out.
Called Raw Stars. All right. So.
But if that's the same Dwayne that owed me $3, I'm not.
Oh Lord. That's high school.
Okay. Sorry, PTSD, man. PTSD.
Eloquently Spoken for Us is a women's group that's run every month, and she sells clothing online as well. And you can come once a month to a Zoom meeting. The last one we did was on fire. I loved listening. Sometimes I don't even have to share, I just listen. So once a month she puts out the Zoom meeting, eloquently spoken for us, and she got hoodies and stuff like that she sells. So that's another Black business.
And it's a good thing you guys are doing that, man. I applaud that. I really, really do.
Yeah, man, we have to get our dollars circling in within us again. Like,
I totally agree.
Do something. The third one for this month that I'm trying to promote everybody to go ahead and spend some money with is called Healthy Tips. Like I was saying before, when I did have Corona, this is the lady who gave me everything I needed. Sea moss and black seed oil, stuff like that. That's a picture of her right there. And she down in Northeast Market in Maryland, in Baltimore. If y'all live around there, and she sells a lot of healthy stuff. Go ahead and check her out, Black business, and make sure you know healthy stuff is expensive. Okay, so
yes,
if you could,
but
sometimes
it's good.
Yeah, I mean, but if you want to stay healthy, some of the stuff is not. But you know, the teas and all that stuff is good. But if you want to get some sea moss and some black seed oil, you're going to pay a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be reasonable, but it's not going to be like $10 or something unless you get a small one.
But it works.
Yes, and it does. It works. So
you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's another one. And also, I wanted to put on our Instagram page. Right now, you know, we're just basically posting everything that we put on our website as well. Like this blog right here that I think that's the first blog that we put up. And then these sweatshirts sold out, but eventually we're going to get some more for like, you know, springtime, some t-shirts and stuff like that coming out soon. So this is ours. You can go to us, Married Ladies Opinions, on Instagram. So, and Shalita, she got Miss Selfie. Go ahead, publicize Miss Selfie.
Oh, I don't even have it up yet.
Oh, you don't have it up? Okay, let me go.
No.
Let me get you up. You gotta do us too.
But I am Mrs. Selfie right here live, honey.
Yes, she is.
I'm all about building relationship with self. You know, building your relationship with your finances, building your relationship with, you know, your community, building relationship with whatever you need.
So go check her out on Instagram and Facebook. Look at them videos.
No, that's my personal.
I thought it said Mr. Selfie. Oh, okay.
But it's pretty much the same thing.
Oh, it is? Okay. That's the first one I've seen when I did it. So anybody else have any
There
more?
you go, right there, the little
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. You know, sometimes you come across. Sometimes you come up.
Logo right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you come across some stuff you may see on the phone. You're like, damn, that's just how I'm feeling. And sometimes, you know, lift you up, remind you to think about yourself. So go check her out, and she can.
Mm-hmm.
What you about myself?
And she makes good tea concoctions too.
Yes.
So definitely check that out. That tea is really good.
And each one teach one. You want to say anything?
At this point, no. No. I just please, yes, support Black businesses. Please do that. Again, it's very important that we continue to support one another. I know there's a narrative that out there that says we don't, but we really do, because otherwise we wouldn't be in business, because we're the only ones that really do business with each other. You know what I mean? It's not like a whole lot of other communities are coming out to actually do business with us. Mm-hmm. So the narrative that we don't support is not true. It's just that we don't have a whole lot of businesses. And that is a whole nother story as to why brothers and sisters cannot get those businesses, get those loans, and get those things that they need, the resources. That's a whole nother conversation. But yes, let's continue. I'm going to say continue to support Black businesses, please.
Mm-hmm. And keep it spicy, y'all.
Absolutely. Natasha comes out every now and then.
Hug from behind.
Make sure you check us out at our website. The new blog is coming out, www.marriedladieswithans.com, and check us out blog for next Monday. And still coming up with a site to try to sell some shirts. And then if you want to email us at 3mlo.topics@gmail.com. The guy who said he wanted to be on the show, you can email us there as well. 3mlo topics, 3mlo.topics@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm. We're trying to take this live, so please visit our YouTube page and subscribe, so that how many subscribers we need
to start? I think we need about 1,000. Right now we have 14, but we just opened up,
That's all right. Don't despise small.
We have 14 people on here.
That's all right. Hey, look, don't despise small beginnings.
Like I said, visit people that started churches in the subscribe, share. Please share. Please share our page.
Yeah.
And encourage others.
Thank you again, Tony.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you and your wife for sharing. We missed her this evening, so please express our thanks to her as well.
Yes.
When can people start seeing the video? Can we start seeing it now? Because
as soon as we stop, it'll be up there. It shouldn't take that long.
I'm gonna let her watch it, be like, see, I was good. Kids are asleep now, so
I'll be praying for you tonight.
Thank you. I'm gonna be praying too.
Praying for you. Hopefully you get a little more of them X's instead of not as many O's.
Next month. All right. Take care.
All right. Thank you again, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Till next time.
Until